We have to be in God's Word because that's the only thing that's going to keep us alive spiritually. I walked into a church a couple weeks ago. Huge church, but I looked around and I was sad because they were spiritually dead. As praise and worship was going, all you saw was... As the word was going forth, all you saw was... It was funny, but it was sad.
I saw that.
You saw that. It was funny, but it was sad. Because they're spiritually dead and they don't know it. They don't know it. Amen? Amen. Matthew chapter 20, verse 27 to 28. You don't have to go turn to this. You can just write it down if you want to. But Matthew chapter 20, 27 through 28. This is Jesus speaking as well. And whoever wants to be first must be your slave. Just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve. Say serve. Serve. And to give his life as a ransom for many. Jesus here describes leadership in a completely new perspective here. He describes leadership in a completely new perspective. Because servant leadership appreciates others. And they also realize that they are not above any job. That's what a servant leadership is. If you need me to go and clean the toilet, guess what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm not going to look, ugh. I'm not going to look, I'm going to say I'm above that. No, if the church needs me to do something, guess what? I'm going to do it.
Amen.
Amen. God does not look at where you are. He doesn't look at your status. No, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I went to a church in LA once, and they had things roped off. One for celebrities, one who knew a celebrity, the other one who were cousins and friends of a second cousin of a celebrity. And then you didn't have any of that. You had to go to the balcony. Yeah.
I think I don't get you.
Yeah. Yeah. Status. Say status.
Status.
Is there going to be any status in heaven? No. Is Jesus going to roll ball?
No.
No. It doesn't matter. Being a servant, you are willing to do the dirty work. You are willing to be humble. Servant. Say servant.
Servant.
So here's the $1 million question here. We're going to go from here. So how can we be faithful servants of God? Now, I'm hearing you tell me these are servants. I'm hearing you, Pastor, that this is it, this is right, this is wrong. But how exactly do I become a servant of God? 4 characteristics we're going to go ahead and quickly tackle. 4 characteristics. The first characteristic is this. You must have a servant mindset. Say servant mindset.
Servant mindset.
You must have a servant mindset. You have to have the mentality that my ultimate purpose to be on heaven, to be on earth, is to serve God. You have to have that mindset. I am here. My purpose, my ultimate purpose, is to serve you, God. Is to worship you, God.
Yes.
That's the mindset we have to have. Our mindset shouldn't be, well, when I get promoted to this level, then I'm going to have people serve me. I won't have to do that anymore. That's the wrong mindset. That's the worldly mindset. Your ultimate purpose is to serve God. You have to realize your position, what your position in life is. And you have to know that God is in charge, not you. God is in charge. Write this down, Job 38. Realize your position. It kind of reminds me of what I'm dealing with now with my 2-year-old. He's out of pocket right now. thinking he runs things in the house. But I'm like, hey, we need to redefine our roles. I'm the daddy. Right? They'll test you. How many of y'all got kids in here who been tested? They get out of pocket. We get out of pocket. You have to redefine. You have to sit them down. But we do the same with God. Right? We get out of pocket sometimes with God.
Amen.
And we're going to read a little bit that Job, and y'all know Job, the one who went through all those tests. He got out of pocket with God, believe it or not. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at what God had to say about this. Amen?
Amen.
It's a totally new, I like this personality of God I saw. So this is God saying, he's saying, look, were you there when I made the world? If you know so much, tell me about it. Who decided how large it will be? Who stretched the measuring line over it? Do you know all the answers? What holds up the pillars that support the earth? Who laid the cornerstone of the world? In the dawn of that day, the stars sang together and the heavenly beings shouted for joy. I'm reading from the Good News Version. You can follow. Who closed the gates to hold back the sea when it burst from the womb of the earth? It was I who covered the sea with clouds and wrapped it in darkness. I marked the boundary for the sea and kept it behind bolted gates. I told it so far and no further. Here, your powerful waves must stop. And he goes on and on. I'm telling you, he goes on and on. He goes in on Job. Right?
Yeah.
2 chapters. It's like, I felt like, all right, I ain't gonna say nothing else. Now imagine how you felt, Job. God had to put him straight. Let's read the final roles here. Basically, what he was saying was, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Do you not realize that I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end? Do you not realize that I know the very number of hairs on your head? Wow. Do you not realize that I am the one who causes you to see? Do you not realize that I am the one who decides whether or not you wake up in the morning? Oh, you thought it was your alarm clock? Oh. We get out of pocket with God sometimes. We don't understand that he's all powerful, he's all knowing, he's all love, he's all everything. Get out of pocket, amen? Say, get out of pocket.
Get out of pocket.
So servants of God, we must know our position in life. We have to know our position, amen? Amen. Now, the very nature of our carnal minds, our human minds, the very nature of it is that once we get into a particular position in life that holds a little power, we think that we own it. We think that we are that. Can't nobody tell us nothing, huh, Kanye? That's what we think. That's our carnal minds. That God, you know what, God, I'm here now.